folks, Dave Schulke here, Twin Home Experts. If you're dealing with hot water crossing into your cold water, let me give you some few tips and tricks. All right, so the first thing you want to really focus on is if you have a single control valve and if it's old, meaning if it's older than 1985, they're not going to be the newer updated thermostatic valve. So here what we're dealing with is a 40-year-old valve that's called Mix-It. These are notorious for blowing the O-rings or the seals inside. So the first thing you want to do is check your water pressure. If your water pressure is below 80 psi, once you rule that out, go ahead, remove the handle assembly as well as the escutcheon plate. And hopefully what you're going to do is you're going to find these little, what we call integral stops. They're little shutoff valves that allow you to isolate the cartridge here. So what we're going to do is shut these off right here. And that's going to stop, if they work, will stop any water from crossing over into the cold side. Once you're successful in shutting this off, then go ahead, bleed your system out. On the cold side, get all the hot water out. Keep this off for a good 30 minutes, sometimes even 24 hours, because if it's a slow crosswater, it's going to take some time to build over. So I would offer you to shut it off for at least 24 hours, wake up in the morning, turn the cold on, and if it is in fact cold water, you've nailed it. It's for sure your old shower fixture. Now there's two options to a solution. One of them is just to attempt to replace the cartridge. It's going to give you new seals. What I'd encourage you to do is lube up the cartridge with some stem lube, insert it, put everything back together, and run the same test. Now, if replacing this cartridge just doesn't work, then that means that the body of the shower valve, the brass body, is wore out. So it's going to entail a complete shower valve replacement. One of the tools that I really like using during this process, especially if we're dealing with an HOA with a lot of cross water, is a instrument like this. It's a laser that you can actually utilize to check the temperature of the water. So you put this on the pipe, and if you're going through all the different units, this is going to be a good indicator of really what units or what cluster of the building is causing this crosswater issue without having to really shut off these shower valves. So this is a very, very good tool. You have a shower valve that's got separate handles like this, and it is not a single control. It is impossible for any hot water, cold water to transfer into the system. So if you do have a shower valve with a two handle, this will not be the cause of the cold water or hot water transferring or causing any mixing. Same with the tub. If you've got a tub valve with two handles, this will never cause any type of crosswater situation. All right, folks, the last and final tip on solving your crosswater issue or your mixing issue in your home is if you've got a shutoff valve that shuts your shower head off, that typically is a major cause of mixing. And the reason why is because as you turn the water on, you get your temperature, you go to shut that shower head off as you soap up. What happens is sometimes people leave this on, the hot or cold water ends up circling back and you end up pumping it back into your water system, causing that fluctuation of hot and cold water. So if you've got a shower head like that, you might want to consider not using that and testing to confirm that that's the issue. Well, folks, hopefully this helped give you the inside of your crosswater situation in your home. As always, thanks for watching.